Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to another video for The Flash Season 1. This is episode 19, and it's entitled, Who is Harrison Wells? And down to the last 4 episodes, guys. Coming down to the end here, everything's getting intense. Things are happening. The whole team, which includes Barry Allen and Joe, also, Eddie's in there. Caitlin and Cisco all are basically knowing that they know now that Dr. Wells is not Dr. Wells, that that he's somebody else. They still don't know who it is, but they know that he is the Reverse Flash. And in this episode, we got to see that kind of investigation to get down to the facts of, is he really Dr. Wells or not? And it was cool. I really like this episode. I really like this episode. We got to see Barry, or no, I should say Cisco and Joe. They went to Starling City to get the facts, to find out what happened on that day, when the accident happened, and every his Harrison Wells' wife was killed, Tess, and basically the doctor, what was her name again? The doctor, I probably ain't gonna be able to find it now. But Tina McGee. I think that's who it was. It was Tina McGee. We find out that as my thing goes. All right. We find out that she said that Dr. Wells became a totally different person on that day. So they go to Starling City to get the facts of, is there anything that shows what happened there? And they team up with Captain Lance over there at Starling City. We had a little crossover a little bit from Arrow a little bit, which was cool. But Cisco brings out this kind of like metal detector thing, trying to find, I think it was tachyon. Was it tachyon particles? Or he was trying to find something. He ends up finding something, and they dig it up, and it turns out it's a body. It is the body of Harrison Wells, the real Harrison Wells. And they know now for a fact that the Dr. Wells is not Dr. Wells. He's somebody else portraying Dr. Wells. So they know that for a fact. This whole time, Caitlin was on the fence. This whole episode, she didn't want to believe that. So she tried to prove a little difficult. She tried to talk to Dr. Wells at his house, and Barry stops her. But by the end of it, she sees the proof, and I think she's a little shocked by it. She did not want to believe it. But I think everybody's on board now. Everybody knows that this man is not who he says he is. So who is he? They do not know he's Eobard Thawne. We know he's Eobard Thawne from that episode that before, I forget which one it was, but where he said that he was Eobard Thawne and he killed Cisco. Well, then the Flash goes back in time, therefore erasing that timeline. So we know, though, for a fact that he is Eobard Thawne, but they don't know. So when will they find out? That's the question. It's going to be soon. I mean, maybe even the next episode, they might even find out. I mean, who knows? But at the end, the very end scene was they found Eobard Thawne's, a.k.a. Dr. Wells. They found his secret compartment lair or whatever in Star Labs. That futuristic room and everything, and they see the suit there, and then Barry sees that newspaper where he disappears. I think it was like 2024 or something. So he's like, whoa, what is happening here? What in the world is going on? So things are getting crazy. Everything's getting crazy. So there's that going on, which is the awesome stuff going on. But in the meanwhile, we had another bad guy, guys. It was Hannibal Bates, who is the Everyman. I think that's who it was. The Everyman. How do you say? Yeah, Everyman. This was actually a cool character. But it was a character that there really was no main character. All it was like everybody, like all these extras. It was, Caitlin and Eddie, or so. all the Iris was in there too. All these different people playing this one character. It was kind of cool. But we didn't see the real Hannibal Bates until the end, where they put him in the the particle accelerator jail or whatever. So, um, that was like the main character. We didn't see him till then, but the whole time it was just like everybody playing one character. So this guy can like basically touch somebody and morph into like anybody he wants to, which is a great ability. He can basically be anybody he wants to be. Kind of cool, kind of a pain in the ass this whole episode, because you're trying to catch him and he just keeps morphing into other people, which is cool. But he turns into Joe, not Joe. He turns into Eddie. He turns into Eddie Thawne, and he basically shoots two cops, and it makes it look like, hey, you just killed two cops. So the whole time, Barry is trying to get basically the evidence to get Joe off the hook, basically to say he's innocent, to prove he's innocent. But the whole time, I mean, Barry wanted to take him out of the jail and kind of like help him escape or whatever. And Eddie's like, no, I want you to do this the right way. I'm not running. And Eddie's kind of like a little bit of a mentor, a little bit there to Barry, this episode. By the end of it, they find out, after all the fights and everything, they finally prove that Eddie was innocent, and get him off the hook. But before that, the Everyman turns into Barry, which was funny, and basically starts kissing all over Caitlin. And for a minute there, I think she kind of liked it, but then she finds out, oh, it wasn't him, damn. Which is kind of weird, because I was like, whoa, I mean, if that really was him, I mean, Firestorm's going to come in there and light your ass on fire. That's what he's going to do. But that was kind of weird. It's kind of weird and kind of funny, too. But I think she did kind of like it. But in the end, she realized it wasn't him, so she was like, yeah. But they end up getting the proof. Well, Caitlin makes that serum or whatever that helps stop the Everyman, Hannibal Bates. Basically stops him from morphing or whatever, or shape-shifting. So then they were able to capture him, and there we go. And that was able to release Eddie. And at the end, Eddie was going to tell Iris that Barry was the Flash. I thought he was going to tell her that, and he was just like, no, I'm working with the Flash. And she's like, what? Her face expression was just funny, because she was just like, are you insane? What? I don't understand. So, yeah. So there's that. A lot of stuff happening, but the main thing for me is the whole Dr. Wells, Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash coming down to the wire. That is the main story we're trying to get at. The Flash versus Reverse Flash. Yeah, guys, very cool episode. I loved it. The Starling City crossover with Arrow was cool, with the Captain Lance, and you've seen Laurel Lance in there, the Canary, and Cisco helps her with the Canary Cry device, which was cool. So that was a neat little crossover. I like the crossovers. I like them doing it. I think the whole world meshes together and it works out. So that was awesome as well. Overall, I didn't really have too many problems with this episode at all. I can't wait to see that. We got 4 episodes left, and some things are going to go down, and it's going to get nasty. So, but let me know in the comments below, guys, what you thought of this episode. Please write it in the comments below. Anything I may have missed or you want to write on, please go ahead and do that. Also, please like and subscribe, guys. I do appreciate that support. But that will do it for me again this week for another video for The Flash. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.